comes to mind when I say the word editing? You all probably think of the dreaded stage in writing a paper where you have to reread everything and go over the grammatical mistakes. But do you think of coming up with an idea or a title for a story? Do you think of going to a convention or conference to promote a book? Well, that's what editors do. Yes, they do the grammatical things too, but there's so much more to it. I've always loved reading and have always found it fascinating and want to make my career editing. And so for my presentation today, I've done some research on the topic of editing. And today I will talk to you about two things: what editors actually do and the advantages and disadvantages of having editing as a career. First, let's look at what editors actually do. The Bureau of Labor recently described editing in the Occupational Outlook Handbook as reviewing, rewriting, and editing the work of writers. Editors review the idea proposed and pick which one to invest in. Once they've chosen one, then they give ideas to improve the work and suggest possible titles, and just generally keep the author happy and working. The U.S. Department of Labor recently stated in the article summary report for editors that editors also supervise and support other editors. There's a big hierarchy in the editing world. At the bottom there's copy editors, and they're the ones who do the actual grammatical editing and such. And then there's assistant editors who go through the publication process with the book, and then executive editors who just oversee everything and make the final decisions. Another huge part of editing is the publication process. Editors pick out the cover, the font, the number of copies sold, and they also have to go to conferences to promote the book being sold. Now let's look at both the advantages and disadvantages of having it as a career. One of the big disadvantages is the crazy schedule and pressure. The Bureau of Labor emphasizes the stress and extremely long hours caused by all the deadlines with the books. And because of this, editors have to have good decision-making skills, concentration, work well under pressure, and be encouraging to authors even when inside they're freaking out. The upsides, once again presented by the Bureau of Labor, is the employment rate is increasing with editors. In the future, there are going to be 33,900 predicted job openings, but most of those will be concentrated in big cities. Margaret Deichel from Brand Advance supports this statement. In the Riley Guide, it showed that as of right now, there are 200 job openings for editors in New York, but there are only 3 job openings in Missouri. The pay is a big plus. It ranges from $40,000 annually to $95,000 annually, but this is based on the hierarchy and location of your job. The greatest part of being an editor is declared by Russell Davis, an editor at 5-Star Authors, and in his article, A Day in the Life, he says that seeing an idea develop into a manuscript, then a polished manuscript, and then into an actual book is a huge rush. Also, calling an author who's never been published before and telling them that you want to accept their manuscript is a very cool feeling. In closing, book editing is more than just fixing grammatical mistakes. It's making a book more than just words, it's making it a success. So today we looked at what editors actually do, the advantages and disadvantages of having it as your career, and so next time you read a book, think about what all the editors had to do behind it. Thank you.